Hey guys, Raiden here, and I just want to say thank you for 5,000 subscribers. Sorry, no face cam this time. I'm still pretty camera shy, as well as the fact that I don't have a camera, really. I have a camera that I can use for recording other things. My current camera that I use is actually my phone camera, and that has some excessive features to fix lighting and try to make my face more thin so I look more attractive. And it's super weird anyway, so I'll just save it for a later date once again. Anyways, all I can really say is thank you for supporting me and just being a part of this amazing community. It's because of you guys that we even got this far in the first place, and it only took 4 years. But if I put in the math to get to 10,000, it would take another 7 years, which hopefully before some point then we blow up and I don't have to be like a YouTube hermit. But anyways, I want to thank the few YouTubers I talked to, because there's not that many YouTubers that communicate with me. A lot of YouTubers have a lot of people to lean on. This corner of YouTube is particularly lonely. So I want to thank Hat in the Box, who is a much smaller YouTuber who's always kind of, not always, but they try to communicate every once in a while. I don't know if they're still going or not, but thank you for being one of my few communications partner, even if I couldn't usually get back to you on things. And secondly, Soul, who has another channel. He's on hiatus right now, I believe, but you can check out his channel at the link below. He's a cool YouTuber and one of the few I've actually been able to personally communicate with and do anything with ever, so huge thanks to him. But also, I want to take a big section of this video to thank a bunch of the artists that help make this channel as attractive as it is. A lot of YouTube is making it so that people click on your stuff, and me having design skills helps with that, which sometimes I just completely ignore and I get so tired of it. I'm just like, ugh, I'll just do a lazy thumbnail here or there. But it's really the artists that help me make all this shine. And I want to kind of point out both people who have done art specifically for me, people who I have commissioned for art, and people who have just been nice enough to allow me to use their pre-existing fan art of things for thumbnails and such. And if I forget you, I am sorry. I have a hard time remembering every single piece of fan art that came in, especially since my more organized folder with all the names got deleted. So I just have like this jumble of fan art that I can only kind of piece together what's from who. But my very first piece of, I say fan art with quotes, fan is still a weird word to me, but my very first piece of art that I received was from Witchy Nomine. It was during the Radiant Dawn series, and it was the picture of Soren and Ike staring up at Heather on the rainbow, and God, I love that picture. They also drew the picture of Raiden. I think it was Raiden with a gun. It was either Raiden or Nisala. I don't remember which. I love that picture, and it gets shared around quite a bit in, like, Fire Emblem forums I see, so that's pretty cool. Thank you very much. There's also Amphipop, who is someone I commissioned to make that tiny version of me that you see in the old Path of Radiance thumbnails. They do some very adorable work, and you should definitely check them out also, because they're amazing. All these artists, by the way, will be in the description below, so you can click and find their whatever I can link. Next was Saiche, I'm so sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, who is apparently from the Netherlands, as their DeviantArt page says. But anyways, this person created my initial profile picture, which was the picture of me in a red suit, like an Ace Attorney style suit, and I love that picture to bits, as one of my friends says a lot. I've kind of picked up that terminology. Thank you. It was very kind of you to create that. And they've created like a few things here and there, I think, while I'm streaming even. Like sometimes they'll just sketch some of the characters on screen, so that's really cool of them. So we also have Adrakara. I believe that's their name. It's either Adrika or Adrakara. I don't remember. But they created the Niles thing in my banner. The Niles picture in my banner where he's holding the Dust Brigade sign with the little Neff on his shoulder, just seeking to destroy whatever comes across the two. But yeah, they made that awesome picture, and I was like baffled. I'm like, oh, it's so cool. I actually commissioned them for it, so you can check them out too. They have lots of art. Next is Mori at Azumori. They allowed me to use a picture of Nephany in one of my Radiant Dawn thumbnails, and that picture of Neffany was just so beautiful. It is now the #1 most watched video on the Radiant Dawn playlist, just because people see that and like, oh, look at that drawing of Neffany. So that video's success is all to you, Maury. And I talked to this person on and off through just comments and such on Twitter, and they seem really cool. Yeah, but check out them. They actually created a Pokemon gym leader design for like one of their tabletop games or something. It is actually making me consider playing Pokemon again at some point. I don't know, but that design is rad. There's also Koyorin, K-O-Y-O-R-I-N, who is a much more popular artist than I thought of when I messaged them initially. I was like, hey, can I use some of your stuff for Fates art? This was all the way back when I started doing class guides. I'm like, yeah, sure. And then I looked at their follower count. I'm like, oh my god, I hope I didn't bother them. It's like they were so popular and so beyond anything I thought they were. I was just like, oh, yeah, thanks for responding. And I'm just really grateful that that person decided to respond, because it makes a lot of my thumbnails look fantastic, because they're a fantastic artist. And just the fact that they're that large and they took time to respond to singular person, me, nobody on YouTube, means a lot. And I try to comment more often now with you guys, or reply to comments in the comment section more often with you guys, but often I just end up answering them in the video anyways, but I'll try to communicate a bit more. Lastly, we have Crow Lady, who created the Dust Brigade t-shirt design, which I absolutely love. And they also made the Niles picture that is in the Awakening playlist, which will hopefully continue now that my cat knocked my capture card off the counter. But they made that, and it's also my current profile picture on YouTube. So we worked together, and that was a lot of fun. They're a real nice person, and you should definitely check them out, because they're rad. So the rest of this video, I just want to spend talking about 2 changes I'm making to the channel. Nothing that's really going to affect the current flow of content. Although the current flow of content is currently affected by the amount of work and, oh boy, deadlines everywhere. But anyways, the first change is if I'm not enjoying a series, I'm just going to straight up cancel it, depending on the length. In the past, I've held off on canceling things I disliked, and that can lead to some very bad things, as well as just me not enjoying myself. But if a game's like 12 hours and I'm not really digging it, I might as well finish it or something like that. But one of these 40 to 80 hour games, if I start disliking it, I will just cancel it. I am not gonna go through the process of editing something I don't like for months on end just to appease people. Or even in the opposite thing, where I really like something, but people aren't really into it that much and it's just not doing that well. And I may cancel that too, because it's not like all I want to focus on is views and productivity, but I want to strike a nice medium between content people want and content I like to make. So yeah, that's what I try to do. Secondly, I'm going to be adding music to the channel. For those of you who don't know, my only other redeeming trait, aside from talking to myself, is my ability to play guitar, which I have played for about 12 years now. 12, 13, 14, somewhere around there. And I always love making music, but I have a problem, and that is that I suck at recording and mixing. Not so much playing it by itself, so that's something I'm gonna have to learn. But you guys are going to see, like, things pop up on the channel every month or two. What I really want to do is create covers for characters, or like themes for characters who don't have them. That sounds awesome. You might also see a few covers, but I'm just gonna warn you, my covers vary wildly from the song, because I don't just like playing a song straight the way it sounds on guitar. That's really boring, so it can stray a lot. I do play a lot of metal and rock stuff, so that's what most of it's gonna be, but I do dip in other genres as well. I'm not just like one genre person. But yeah, you can expect that stuff to come, and it shouldn't really interrupt the normal flow of content, and I hope you guys enjoy it when I do start releasing it. Just a warning though, it's gonna be a little rough when I start out, because once again, I still have no idea what I'm doing recording-wise, but I'm trying my best. Lastly, once again, just thank you and to all of you I've interacted with and all of you who have helped me thus far on YouTube. It really means a lot to me, because I put so much work and effort. I know lately it seems like I've been missing video deadlines like crazy. Not that I didn't before, but now more than usual. It's like, yeah, life's gotten pretty crazy, but still trying my best. I'm gonna record another Awakening episode today, which hopefully my capture card continues to work. I checked and it looks like it did, but see you guys on the next one though. Thank you, and bye? I felt like I was gonna say something important, but I wasn't. Bye.